This is the North Wilkesboro here, this short track racing. It's definitely not the put your foot down and go. You're going to have to drive this car tonight.
Yes, I do. How's it going, sir? Pretty good. I in the middle of moving currently and had no laps at all this week. So, given that, I feel pretty good about it. It feels good. Well, at the beginning, it's for me personally. I like to take it really, really easy because it's short track, man, and you never know what's gonna happen. You got to stay out of trouble and get to the second half of the race first and foremost. So I like to just kind of take it easy. Yeah, on this one, I'm flying by the seat of my pants, man. We'll see how it goes. Absolutely. Thank you, Ethan.
Yeah, man, I got you. It's loose. Hopefully it'll come in later in the run, but I mean, just starting out, it's really loose. So yeah. Hopefully I can keep it under control, keep it out of the wall. Man, to be honest, I haven't raced the new North Wilkesboro. I don't know. I mean, it being a new track, I don't know if it's gonna be like the old one or not. I know the old one would sort of wear your tires out pretty good, but I don't know how this new one's gonna be. All right, thanks, man.
These drivers definitely going to have their, work cut out for them here. Qualifying position is a real big here. Might not have a lot of chances to do a lot of passing the way that they would like to. So it's going to be interesting to watch and see what these guys do and how they handle it. Definitely not. Lap 1 with damage, that's tough. It looked like it. Luckily for some of these drivers, aero isn't going to play too much of a factor here tonight. That would be rough. Be a hard night. Definitely want to keep it cool, calm, and collective here at the beginning of this race. And I know it's going to be tough. Short track racing is hard, especially here. Oh, it really does. He's keeping it together, though. Yeah, he's really pushing it to the limits there and figuring out what his car can take. does keep it out of that wall, so I don't see any damage on it from that. It looked like someone almost flipped back there. F5 just barely got by there. It could have definitely been a lot worse. Yeah, you never see it coming. I don't know how the 77's night is not finished there. That right front, you would think, would be completely gone. Huge hits on that 53. guys struggling to keep it together here in the track. It's North Wilkesboro, short track racing. You got to stay cool, calm, and collective here. Just a little bit too much gas coming out of there, and that's what'll happen. It does look like that 77 is out. Got a chain reaction there. Not anybody could do there. It definitely seems that way. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Bidler has older tires. He's unfortunately been in a few of them here tonight. Just snapped and shot up there and clipped the 00 there. Hopefully no damage on anything. Hopefully we don't see another 12 more. You know, I'm starting to wonder if the strategy here tonight is when it goes green, get whatever passes you can before the caution comes out. They drive them away.
Alrighty, pace car is down to pit road. Or is, if the lights are off at least, Justin Cope. Dawson Kent, 1 and 2. Pace car diving down to pit road. Green flag in the air. Look at the run by Dawson Kent. He is there. Trying to do a crossover move on Justin Cope. He's to the inside for the race lead. Side by side now, diving into turns 1 and 2. Can he get there before the caution comes out? Dawson Kent to the race lead. Not able to clear though. Whoa! Really sideways, gets loose. He tags Cope.
Oh, he hits
They
him.
go around in front of the field. Mark Sikosi also a little bit of damage, but the 2 leaders take themselves out in front of the field. I can't believe there weren't more cars involved in that.
That puts the number 5 of the 4 as your leader.
Wait, whoa, Justin Cope.
Oh,
What's...
let's rotate now.
Well, he looks mad. I mean, I don't blame him, but he looks mad. What even happened to make Dawson Kent so loose? Oh, I almost wonder if it was the same kind of incident as Brian Wiggins, a little bit loose on upshift. It looked a lot of the same kind of wreck. That will take out Justin Cope. And Mark Sikosi, they will have to go in for some damage repair. And yep, like you said, Adam DeFore going to be your race leader after the Cope machine pitted. With a black flag, too. Oh, that's gotta suck.
Wonder where that came from.
I am not sure. Jared Ray Hutton is going to be back up to second after his speeding penalty earlier in the race. Tony Kurtzeal is going to be in third. Ray Partridge fourth, and Nicholas Pretzi fifth. Man, after 3 of the 5 fastest drivers in the field got taken out with damage. It's going to be fun to watch them work their way up through the field, though. But Adam DeFore and Jared Ray Hutton are going to go at it for the race lead. So we're working caution flag number 14. Lap going to be starting 110 up here. Alrighty, here we go. Lights are off. Pace car is down into pit road. Adam DeFore is your race leader as they come around through 3 and 4. Green flag out in the air for the first time over Adam DeFore. Trying to get away from the rest of the field. Jared Ray Hutton not letting him get too far away. But a big gap back to the rest of the field as the drivers back here battling pretty hard. That's Jay Young right now to the inside of Angel Rodriguez. 00 Brady Schrecken Ghost in this battle as well. You got Joshua Slade, I should say, in the 79, and Robert Wiggins a few laps down. This caution flag is out for something behind them. RJ Hedge, 15th caution flag. Colton English with some troubles. Then RJ Hedge, another self-spin hard into the outside wall. John Russo nowhere to go. We've started to see a lot of self-spins in the middle of the corner, in the middle of the straightaways. As the track continues to have rubber built up on it, it looks like it's just getting slicker. These drivers just not able to handle the RPM shifts as they were able to earlier in the race.
And you know, look at the 13 here, Kurzdale. He was one of the loosest cars earlier on, and here he is, P3.
Almost wonder if that was by design. Loose at the beginning of the run. Pretty good handling on the end side of the run, as we see everybody else struggling with shifting pretty much. At some point, though, these drivers have got to think, well, we still got 85 laps until the end of this race. Maybe it's just time to keep the shifting down, keep the RPM changes down to a minimum, just try to get a little bit closer before we try to start driving hard again. 15 caution flags is a lot, Mike.
Definitely quite a bit here.
We have up to 13 drivers on the lead lap now. Justin Cope is lapped after leading almost the entire race. Mark Sikosi is the last driver on the lead lap. Dawson Kent is in 10th. As the pace car diving down the pit road. Here we go. Adam DeFore, Jared Bray Hutton, Tony Kurtzil. Your top three. As the green flag comes out, something's going on with Brady Schreckenghost. Not sure what, as they're continuing to go side by side here in the back of the field. That's Dawson Kent going to the inside of Rodriguez. Here's Brian Wiggins going to the inside now. What happened to Schreckenghost? Oh, Schreckenghost up to the outside wall. Dirt tracking it around the outside. With some severe network issues, he disappeared for at least half a lap. Justin Cope also being scored on the lead lap. He must have gotten the free. No, he's like that. Okay, Schreckenghost did lose a lap. He must have wrecked on the pace laps, but it didn't register enough to extend the caution, so. Interesting. Here we go. Side by side for the race lead. Jared Ray Hutton to the inside. Adam DeFore, and the caution's out. And it's Brady Schreckenghost and Brian Wiggins again. Right around Lowell Smith, too. Seems like all these cautions have the same names written all around them. Oh, Ryan Wiggins spun himself. That's Joshua Slade right behind that number 15. No contact yet. No contact. Oh, maybe? No. Oh, yep. Same kind of incident. Gets really loose, accelerating. Goes up the track and just gets dumped by the 79. There's some pretty bad netcode going on right now in the server. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Did by about half a car right there. That bump between the 15 and the 00.
I wonder what happened to Wiggins though to make him so slow, or that Joshua Slade ran into him. Because you see, the 26 was keeping pace with the 79, so it's not like the 79 was going too much faster than it should have. So I don't know. We'll have to see what race control thinks about that after the race ends. But regardless, we are under a caution flag once again here at North Wilkesboro. Adam DeFore, your race leader. Jared Ray Hutton in second. Tony Kurtziel in third. Ray Partridge in fourth. Fifth place will be John Bittler. Sixth place, we shall see. Looks like it's going to be Nicholas Pressey, Dawson Kent, Angel Rodriguez, Joshua Slade. With a bit of issues under caution. Looks like he was going to the back of the pack. Alrighty, we have had 16 cautions. We are on our 16th, I should say. We have about 76 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. Pace car going down to pit road. It's Adam DeFore, Jared Ray Hutton, Tony Kurtziel. Can we make it more than 10 laps? We shall see. Great flag in the air. Adam DeFore with the race lead. Jared Ray Hutton has a big jump to the inside. New race leader is the 50 of Hutton, able to clear through 1 and 2. They continue to race side by side in the back of the pack here. That's Dawson Kent in the 27, one of the faster drivers here today, trying to get around the 94 of Nicholas Pressey. A little bit further back, you got Brian Wiggins somehow he is still on the lead lap with a very beat-up race car. He's got Jay Young, Angel Rodriguez behind him. Mark Sikosi got around Joshua Slade. He's really far back. He's got several lap cars to get through before he gets to the next driver on the lead lap. But back up here, Tony Kurtziel to the outside of Pressey as the caution is out for, you guessed it, the 00 of Brady Schreckenghost.
I think he just got loose there. I saw that back there.
Yep. We've seen this wreck a lot today, as well. Can't talk. We've seen this wreck today a lot as well, so just on the gas too hard. Go ahead. Some of these drivers just a little bit too hungry on the gas pedal. We keep getting a lot of spins. And here's Justin Cole. Look at the front bumper wiggling. Coming around. I think he's going to get his lap back. That's going to put him back on the lead lap with a very beat up race car. Well, Mike, with 70 laps to go, what is your impression so far of how these drivers are, how hard you think they'll be able to race for these last 70 laps if they want to stay green?
They stay green, they're definitely going to want to be cautious, especially coming out of 4. We've seen most of our action right there. Just too much gas and just spin it right out right there. That's probably the most dangerous spot on the track here tonight.
Hopefully we'll be able to find a way to go green for a little bit longer. The lights on the pace car are off. Jared Ray Hutton back up front. He's had a very, very impressive season so far this season. Adam DeFore has not raced the whole season, but every race he's been in seems to have went very well as pace car going down to pit road. Here we go. It's Hutton, DeFore, Partridge, your top 3. Brady Schreckenghost with the black flag. He's going to have to serve it under green. Great flag in the air over Jared Ray Hutton. He's going to take the race lead and pull away over Adam DeFore and Ray Partridge. Good battles back here, though. Tony Kurziel is in 5th. He wants to stay there, but Pressey wants that spot back. Nicholas Pressey, your All-Star race winner, was trying to find a way around him before that last caution. Just doesn't seem to have the speed to get there just yet. As you see Mark Sikosi in the background going to the inside of Jay Young in that number 69. Trying to work his way back up after that incident that took out 3 of the fastest drivers in the field. As you see Dawson Kent also involved in that incident we were talking about. Currently running in the 7th position. He just hasn't had the speed he had before he got that damage. I mean, I know aerodynamics isn't really a big factor here at a track like this, but this damage has definitely thrown his car off. As you see Sikosi working the inside of Brian Wiggins, who I don't know how is still on the lead lap. Joshua Slade coming up to the inside of Wiggins now. Just in front of them, Dawson Kent trying to get to the inside of Tony Kurziel. Nicholas Pressey pulling away. Let's see if we can hop in a little bit different of a vantage point of this battle. The gearbox of Nicholas Pressey. Dawson Kent on the inside of Kurziel. Almost able to clear him too all down the front stretch. Dawson Kent able to make that pass as Mark Sikosi is now going to look to the back bumper of Tony Kurziel. Little bit of a nudge on the exit. Bump and run here in North Wilkesboro. Kurziel up the track. Sikosi trying to slide by. Some tight racing here at North Wilkesboro. Still side by side as Joshua Slade looks on.
Back there.
If you ever wonder why these cars handle so bad on a track like this, watch the front bumper of Kurziel on the straightaways as opposed to the corners. Watch the nose go up on acceleration and then slam back down on the ground as Kurziel gets stopped by Slade. Oh my! I can't believe Kurziel held on to that. Well, I know one driver who's going to be mad now, and that's that 13 of Tony Kurziel's. The caution flag is out. We're definitely going to have to keep an eye on that 13, though. Let's see what happened to Colton English. Colton English in that 45 has just had an awful race today. Not as bad as some other drivers who we shall not mention, but single car spin around, nobody else involved. That will bring the caution flag out, but let's watch this bump and run by Joshua Slade. We were looking back from Mark Sikosi while this battle was happening. Slade just gets a little bit of, there was no contact. Tony Kurziel just gets really loose off the corner and does almost a self-spin. I can't believe he held on to that. Let's see if we can ride along on the inboard of Tony Kurziel. Well, Mike, we saw this 13 very loose at the beginning of the race. He's still struggling with it. It's hard contact in the outside wall.
Not sure if he has much damage from that or not.
He did come down pit road. A few drivers did stay out, though. I believe the top 6 stayed out. I'm not entirely sure on that. I'm not entirely sure on the split between those who pitted and those who didn't.
Looks like we have a new leader of the 50 of Hutton.
He's got a fast car here today. As the lights on the pace car have gone off. Here we go. We have had 18 cautions for 146 laps. Can we make it the last 54? We shall see. Green flag out in the air over the 50 of Jared Ray Hutton, Adam DeFord, John Bittler, Nicholas Pressey, your top 4. Top 3, single file, pulling away from each other. It's a good battle back here, though. Ray Partridge coming up on the back bumper of Jay Young. As with trouble in the back, Chris Norris. Slow, no caution yet. Joshua Slade all over the back bumper of Pressey trying to defend. Pressey also looking at the back bumper of John Bittler. Very tight racing here as we head through 3 and 4. Oh, Slade gets sideways. He's going to lose a little bit of time to the drivers around him, but able to hold on to it. Oh, Tony Curtil spins to 69 and Jay Young. They're still wrecking. Jay Young going back straight forward. I wonder what happened here. Oh, I think Kurtzil just tried to dive bomb the 69, and the 69 was already going down to the bottom. Slight miscalculation by the 13, as you see something happened to Colton English again. He will go around. And all this will bring out the caution flag once again. What a race, Mike. What a race.
Definitely is. 19 cautions currently.
$19 cautions for 80 laps. So over half of this race has been under caution. We've only had 73 green flag laps. Hopefully we can get through these last 50 laps pretty quick. The track temp is, or I don't know what the track temp is, but the air temp's at 64 degrees. So, I mean, the track temp could be a lot hotter if this was a day race. Imagine if it was a day race, though. These drivers would be slipping and sliding more than they are now. As the pace car lights are off. And he's on the pit road. Here we go. Jared Ray Hutton on the point. Green flag in the air. Adam DeFord not with a good start at all as Hutton takes the lead and pulls away. It's chaos in the back behind him, though. Dawson Kent almost took a 3 wide for a second. They will single file back out as you see Chris Norris slow on the bottom as a lap car. But here we go. Dawson Kent now to the inside of Partridge. Not able to make anything of it as Partridge with the outside lane momentum. This is for the 5th position. Dawson Kent trying to recover after taking out your leader, Justin Kolb. Several laps to go. Partridge is able to have a little bit more momentum up on that high lane as Sikosi also going to the high lane. John Hitler in trouble. Oh, he spins again. He will make contact with the pit road barrier, able to get off of the surface, no caution. Which will definitely hurt that number 88 as Jared Ray Hutton continues to win. Sikosi, outside lane. Gonna be able to get to the outside of Dawson Kent here. As we are working lap 159 of 200. And there's the 20th caution flag of the day. And honestly, I'm not even sure who that's for. Wiggins, maybe? So Brady Schreckenghost went to pit road. Maybe it was him. Oh, yeah, yep. It's, once again, the 00. Brady Schreckenghost, I believe, who brought out the caution flag. Seems like a really odd incident to bring out a caution, though. Because he didn't go all the way around. He was able to lock it down and save it, so I'm not sure.
Might have been by speed.
But regardless, we are under our 20th caution flag of the day.
You gotta imagine here, these guys are probably getting pretty tired.
I'm sure they're getting tired, they're getting sore, and probably most above all, there's probably quite a few kind of ticked off people here. We've seen a lot of contact that might have been able to be avoided, might not have, but regardless. Yikes. I would hate to be the race official going through everything and going through all the protests and stuff after this race. So we have the pace car lights off, going down to pit road here. Here we go. Can we make it the last 38 laps? We shall see. Pace car to pit road. Green flag over Jared Ray Hutton to 4. Still not able to get a good jump as here's Pressey. Pressey not able to catch up with the 4. Number 5 now trying to hunt down the leader. As there's some good battles going on in the back of the pack. Tony Kurtzil battling with Justin Kolb. How about that, Mike? Justin Kolb, one of the fastest guys earlier in the race, back on the lead lap. Trying to work its way through the top 10. He just doesn't have the speed he used to with that front end damage.
And that bumper there is barely holding on too.
I'm surprised it hasn't fallen off yet. I'm sure if he lays the bumper to somebody, it will, as we have a caution flag again. And yep, it's Jason Korn. That's Lucas Crump as well. Whoa! That's a little bit of a new one. We haven't seen a lot of loose out of twos, but Jason Korn loose on the exit of the corner. Gets sideways. Crump not able to slow up in time. Contact. 17 goes around. And that will bring the caution flag out for the 21st time here at North Wilkesboro. Alrighty, we are working lap 167 of 200. Have about 33 laps to go. This race is coming to a close. It's slowly coming to a close, but it is still coming to a close eventually. Jared Ray Hutton, still your race leader. He does seem to be the guy to beat at this point in the race. Adam DeFore just not able to... He just doesn't have the speed to get around the 50. Mark Sikosi has worked his way back up to 5th through the course of this race, so he might be able to throw something up against Hutton, but he's still got a few drivers to get around for that could possibly happen. As the pace car diving down to pit road, it's Jared Ray Hutton, Adam DeFore with a bumper. Here we go, green flag back in the air. Hutton again, a good jump. Already about 4 car lengths ahead of DeFore as they're going side by side behind him. Sikosi trying to get to the outside of Partridge, wasn't able to make a stick. Now diving down to the inside. Partridge on the outside, Sikosi with the spot. Mark Sikosi finally looks like he has that machine all fixed up and ready to go. All he has to do is get around 2 more drivers before he can challenge that number 50 of Jared Ray Hutton. Sikosi working as low as he can possibly get that car as Dawson Kent almost makes contact with Ray Partridge behind him. This looks like it's going to be a fun battle. 27 of Dawson Kent trying to get to the inside of Partridge, not quite able to do it. Partridge a little bit slower on exit than Kent, but Kent not really able to capitalize on the entry for the most part as he does get to the inside here. Partridge does diamond the corner a little bit. Good exit by him. He will clear the 27 as there is some battles going on behind him too. Slade gets around Rodriguez, who is working up high. Justin Cope is in the middle of the Hornet's Nest. He is on the inside. He's got Kurt Zeal to the outside. He's got Smith and Wiggins behind him going side by side. Kurt Zeal really loose of a vehicle at the moment. Cope with a lot of front end damage. I'm sure he's having a hard time steering that number 59. As we finally have the ticker up, it is 26 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. Finally, the count to the end. Can we make it, or how will we get another caution? There's about to be another caution with the way these drivers are racing. Curzeal blocks the 59. 59 almost contact. They keep it straight, though, as another driver coming into this mix from behind as well as from in front. These drivers are somehow catching the number 18 of Rodriguez as Curzeal gets moved out of the way by Merle Smith. Meanwhile, up front, Joshua Slade has some speed. He's catching up to this battle in front of him. Dawson Kent inside of Ray Partridge. Still side by side. They've been side by side for multiple laps now. Still not able to figure it out. Here's Joshua Slade looking to break up the party in that number 79. Looks like he's just trying to figure out which lane is going to be more dominant. Ray Partridge with the preferred momentum lane. Dawson Kent a little bit faster of a machine as he has had all night. As we only have 22 laps to go, make that 21. Dawson Kent not able to make anything done. He will lose a spot, in fact, to that 79 of Joshua Slade. As Sikosi is tracking down Nicholas Pressey, but behind him is Joshua Slade making the pass on Ray Partridge, and Dawson Kent finally going to get around Partridge on the outside lane. I don't know about you, Mike, but I'm kind of surprised with the speed coming out of this 79. He's just not somebody we've seen week in and week out be fast and in the top 5, but he's got some speed today, trying to track down Mark Sikosi with 20 laps to go. How about this battle working through lap traffic? Mark Sikosi, Nicholas Pressey. So we only have 19 laps to go. Sikosi pokes up high. Pressey running pretty close to the bottom. Sikosi with about 0.7 of a second between himself and that 79 of Slade. Joshua Slade is coming. The question is, does he have the time to pass Sikosi and pass Slade? Pass Pressey, I should say. But I almost wonder if he has fresh tires.
He's definitely picking up the pace here, and if they stay green, he might catch them. But then again, if you get a caution, then they'll rack them back up, and he might have a chance there too.
He does seem to be losing a little bit of ground on Sikosi now. He doesn't have the newest tires in the field, but he does have newer tires than Sikosi and especially Pressey. Nicholas Pressey has not changed tires since lap 71. That car must be so loose right now. Adam DeFore and Jared Ray Hutton all pitted on lap 71. So yeah, in the top 5, Joshua Slade has the freshest tires, but he's actually losing time now on the rest of them. That just tells you how fast this top 4 is. As Mark Sikosi makes the pass with 13 laps to go, he's back up to 3rd. He's got about a second to make up between himself and Adam DeFore, who's running all by himself. Sikosi's got some speed, but I don't think he has the time. As you see Sikosi running that outside lane, doing a good diamond, trying to get the most momentum he can out of that line. Gap is now 1.2 seconds. He's losing a lot of time now. As Joshua Slade in 5th place, he's caught Nicholas Pressey and is now going to try to find a way around him. Let's see what the Hornet's Nest looks like back here. Justin Cope trying to hold on, trying to stay inside the top 10. Jay Young is on the lead lap, trying to get around him. John Bittler with the meatball. I'm not sure what happened to that 88. He is in the pits repairing a lot of damage. So definitely unfortunate for that number 88 as they continue to race pretty hard back here. But we only have 9 laps to go. Here at North Wilkesboro, it's all Jared Ray Hutton, all by himself, working through some slower lap traffic. But he's got some heavy lap traffic in front of him. Side-by-side battles between Crump and I believe that's Chris Norris right in front of him. This is going to be interesting with 8 laps to go. The 5 of Adam DeFore is only it's only a second behind your race leader, so anything can happen. As Mark Sikosi making the most of that high line, trying to get around this lap traffic as quickly as possible. As Jared Ray Hutton now slowed up by Chris Norris, being forced to run the bottom line out of the 4, now only 0.7 of a second behind him. We have 6 laps to go. Anything can happen with all this lap traffic. They're on the same straightaway. One mistake by Hutton, and his race is over. Now, half a second between himself and the 4. 5 laps to go. The gap continuing to close. They're still running side by side in front of him. Norris up in the wall. Crump running down low. Here's the 4. The 4 now trying to pull to the back bumper of Jared Ray Hutton, but Crump finally lets that number 50 by. Adam to 4. Now trying to get to the inside. They're still running side by side in front of Hutton, but if Crump can hold up the 4 for just a little bit longer, Hutton should have the room he needs. But it's still going to be close. They're still side by side in front of him. It's Jay Young and Brian Wiggins. Caution flag! Caution flag at the back of the field. Jason Cord. Around on the front stretch. This is going to change everything. That is the last thing that number 50 of Hutton wanted to see, as he was finally making its way through the lap traffic fast enough to get away from the 4 again. And we have our 22nd caution flag. This is going to be interesting, Mike.
Absolutely. I think we're breaking records out here tonight, too. 22, that's a lot.
So Mark Sikosi is in 3rd. He wasn't really able to make up a lot of time on the 4 before that caution. The 4 was driving that car as hard as possible, trying to catch up to Hutton. And now we're going to rack him up and go at him again. I believe we're going to have an overtime. I'm not entirely sure what the caution flag rules are for 2003. If we're going to have an overtime or if it's going to end under caution. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. If the race were to end right now, Jared Ray Hutton would be the race leader. But there is no white flag, so it does look like we will be getting an overtime. Oh boy. As you see somebody's front bumper just sliding down the track slowly. So, yellow flag did come out, no white flag as we are on lap 200. So I do believe we will be getting an overtime here at North Wilkesboro. It's Jared Ray Hutton, Adam DeFore, and Mark Sikosi, your top 3. Joshua Slade in 4th, Nicholas Presley in 5th. Oh boy. Hutton's got some speed, but so does DeFore. Sikosi's been fast. Slade has the freshest tires. Of all 4 of these drivers, who's going to be the victor? It all comes down to these 2 laps. Jared Ray Hutton in the lead. Pace car down the pit road. DeFore on his back bumper. Green flag in the air for a green white checkered finish. Hutton with a great jump. Sikosi throws it up high, scrapes the wall a little bit. It looks like loses some time as Hutton pulls away. Coming through turns 3 and 4, looking for the white flag. Adam DeFore nowhere behind him as Slade turns Sikosi. They will get the white flag. Big wreck behind him. I'm not even sure what happened back here, but up front, Jared Ray Hunt through 3 and 4 for the final time. He will take the checkered flag here at North Wilkesboro, and he will drive straight past the parking lot. What a finish! Somehow they get to the white flag before the yellow were to come out. Let's see if we can watch a replay of that last lap, though. Oh my word. Alright, so watch the 79. We were talking about him, how he had the freshest tires in the field, so he's going to be a little bit aggressive. Just not had the gear he needs. Looks like he dives it inside of Sikosi. Sikosi blocks a little bit of contact. He tries to back out of it, but it's just too late. And pretty much the whole top 10 crashes into him. Except Justin Cope. Oh my. The entire top 10 behind the top 2 wreck. And everybody's still trying to get back to the throttle and get back around to the finish line before the checkered flag. What a finish. That will be the checkered flag once again for Jared Ray Hutton. Here at North Wilkesboro. What a race, Mike. What a race. Go ahead and throw the results on the screen for you after we get the official ones. I'm kind of interested to see how this turns out. So Justin Cope went from 12th to 3rd with the huge pileup coming to the white flag on the front stretch. Tony Kurtziel takes 4th. Joshua Slade back to 5th. Pressey in 6th. Jay Young 7th. Ray Partridge 8th. Angel Rodriguez in 9th. And Ray Partridge will round out, or Mark Sikosi, will round out your top 10. 11th place will be Dawson Kent. Jason Korn in 12th. Brady Schreckengost in 13th. Lucas Crump up to 14th. 10 laps down. Good recovery by that number 3. 15th will be Brian Wiggins. 16th, Chris Norris. 17th will be John Bittler. 18th will be John Rousseau. 19th will be Robert Wiggins. 20th, Merle Smith. Colton English will come home in 21st. 22nd will be Jason Crumley. RJ Hedge in 23rd. Patrick Stein in 24th. Logan Simmons in 25th. Ricky Kim 26th. And Kyle Carpenter will come home in last after an impressive barrel roll on the front stretch, in which he did drive away but still ended up exiting the race. But that will be your final results for the race here at North Wilkesboro. Well, a lot of stuff to think about here, Mike. But any final thoughts?
No, not really. Just like I said, this is one of those tracks where you got to be cool, calm, and collective, and easy on that gas pedal.
Definitely an impressive 22 caution flags here today. Hopefully next week will be a little bit better. Speaking of next week, I'm not even sure where we're going. Let me pull up the schedule for you folks watching real quick. Next week we will be going to Atlanta, so be sure to join us. We will be going to Old Atlanta. It's going to be hot. It's going to be slick. It's going to be another fun race here in the NSR Gen 4 Cup Series. Be sure to tune in, same time, same place. Till next